When a modern biblical scholar uncovers a marginal note in a Dead Sea Scroll fragment, the academic and religious world is thrown into turmoil. The note, written in a scribe's careful hand, directly mentions Canaan, the missing generation between Arphaxad and Shelah in Genesis 11. This small but explosive detail provides rare forensic evidence that the Hebrew textual tradition behind the Septuagint, 70, once circulated alongside what would become the Masoretic text, Mount. The scholar's discovery reignites the long-standing debate over which textual witness preserves the original biblical chronology. The Dead Sea Scrolls have already demonstrated that the text of Genesis was in flux before the Mount's dominance, with multiple traditions, Proto-Masoretic, Proto-Septuagint, and Samaritan, competing for authority. The marginal note proves that the case of the missing generation was not a later Greek embellishment but had roots in ancient Hebrew manuscripts. This undermines claims that the 70's inclusion of Canaan was an error or later insertion and suggests that the Mount's omission may be due to a scribal oversight or intentional harmonization. The controversy intensifies because the New Testament, specifically Luke 3:36, affirms the existence of Canaan in its genealogy of Christ. Apostolic authority thus seems to side with the 70 tradition, placing the Church in a delicate position. Should it privilege the Jewish Masoretic tradition, which became standard in later centuries, or recognize the older readings preserved in the 70 and now corroborated by the Dead Sea Scrolls? The evidence suggests that the earliest Christian communities inherited and endorsed a textual tradition at odds with the later rabbinic consensus. This discovery forces theologians and biblical historians to reconsider the reliability of the Mount's genealogical chronology and challenges the assumption of a fixed, unbroken transmission of the biblical text. Bridging the gap between the 70 and Mount is no longer a matter of theological preference but of historical necessity, especially given the apostolic precedent. As the debate rages, the broader Christian and Jewish worlds are left to grapple with the implications for doctrine, tradition, and the very nature of scriptural authority.